Welcome in. Welcome in. It is a Saturday afternoon. I am excited to bring something to you, a latest release from Claude that I'm just going to be spending time with the rest of the weekend. Probably, actually, I take that back. I've got kids. I've got a obviously desire to play with, but they're not here right now. So, hence, I get a few minutes to dial this in, bring this to you. The reason I'm bringing it to you on a Saturday afternoon is because this world is moving so fast. The AI world we are in, the releases happen before you blink. And so I want to make sure we're not playing from behind. If you stay along with me and we play in the AI space and we're learning it together as we go, we've got to make sure we are in the know. So we have the rest of the weekend to play with it and then have a better protocol moving forward for this coming week. So one of the things before I dive into exactly what it is, this will be a short episode, but before I dive into exactly what it is, I want to go back to, and I've talked about this for a while in terms of how we utilize AI contrasted with how we hired, trained, and deployed employees in years past. They're very similar. And so if you are someone who has built teams in the past, managed people, hired, trained, and helped people learn new skills and take them on and carrying them on independently, you can do this. It's a very, very similar process, with the exception of this version of your employee will do it perfectly, consistently, with no days off, over and over and over again until you tell it to do something else. So that's why this is critical. So all that to say, every skill that I try and build, I like to think about it through the lens of how we've trained employees. So one of the things we've used forever was this mindset of, you're going to come and watch me do it, and then we're going to do it together, right? We're going to do it hand in hand. And then I'm going to watch you do it. And then you're free to go do it autonomously because you've learned and mastered the repetition of this particular skill, whatever it is. That's what we're bringing to Claude right now. And so what Claude has released is something that I tell you, it was 2 weeks ago. We were traveling, but I had this. You ever wake up with a thought? I woke up with a thought and I said, why can't Claude just watch me do something on the computer and then turn it into a skill? That would be exactly what I described here a couple minutes ago. And I was like, man, I actually have a chat where I was like, how would I vibe code something like this, right? Where you could build a skill based on a set of maybe video, audio, kind of a walkthrough of a particular task. Here we are, fast forward 2 weeks. Luckily, I took it no further than a chat because this is how this world is moving. It was released. That exact skill has been released. It's called Record a Skill. And so I'm going to share screen and then I am going to show you how I'm going about doing this. Now, the first skill that I have trained is for Claude to jump into Riverside where I'm drafting this video and do my typical edits. I've got a handful of things that happen consistently on every video I record. And so I'm like, let me give it that skill. So when you watch this, I hope you feel like it is not choppy, that it is, that you can't really tell it much different from the last. Can't help the voice or anything like that. It makes the audio a little better, but it's still me. But my hope is it takes that 10, 20, 30 minutes of just waiting on some of the tools to actually take shape and does that autonomously. And so the only thing I've trained it not to do is to completely publish until I come through. After we do it a few times, we might just be publishing. So I'm going to jump in and share with you. All right. So this is where the actual skill was recorded. There's the demonstration. But to do this, here's where the skill is. We're going to go to your home. This is on Claude desktop. We're going to go to Cowork, and then we're going to go to this plus sign, and we're going to go record a skill. When you hit this record a skill button, it's going to pop up. It's going to say record a skill. Your screen, clicks, typing, and voice are recorded. Then send to Claude and turn it into a repeatable skill. So it gives you a couple warnings. Don't, type in your passwords, all these things. Like, you still want to have checks and balances. Once you start recording, this thing goes. So I'm going to cancel, and then I'm going to just show you. Mine took 370 seconds. That's just what it recorded. It named it, drafted a Riverside episode edit. It's going to ask me a couple things up front, and then it's going to run. It's going to open the project. It's going to use some edit tools, the layout, and then it's going to have a hard stop before publishing, before exporting and publishing. So once it did that, it only took a few minutes after I actually ran it. And then I was able to hit save skill. When I saved the skill, if I jump back down here now, you'll see this skill is right here, Riverside episode edit as a skill. Upon finishing this episode, that skill is going to run, and it's going to take it all the way through. I'll be able to do a final review and then publish. And so the thing you've got to be thinking about, what else can you do this way? What else doesn't have a proper skill, proper protocol that's already in there? What else are you still spending time on that you don't need to be? I want to hear in the comments, like, what are the things that you are using as kind of best case scenarios that are going to save you time? So think about these things. If there's a couple things you're doing every day, every hour, whatever it is replaceable, right? And so that is the goal every week. We can put all of these things on a schedule so that, these are taking shape, taking care of things while we sleep, and then is ready for you to review and finalize. That's where we want to be, is take ourselves to the pinnacle of being able to review, finalize, and once it is fully clear, give full autonomy to go. So hope this is helpful. Have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy playing with this. Let me know what you come up with.